Hello folks, this is Mike, and this is the Greenworks 40-volt cordless attachment capable weed eater. Today we're going to unbox it. I'm going to show you how to put it together, show you its features and how it works. And man, does it work great. Let's get started. Now I bought this from Amazon. And this is the way it came packaged. It's a cardboard box over the other cardboard box. They didn't put any additional packing or cushioning between the two boxes. Now I will put a paid link in the video description in case you want to take a look at this on Amazon. Also, as we go along, I'll be putting facts and statistics about this weed eater on the screen. So watch for that. Now, if you enjoy this video, be sure to go below and like it. And also, please consider subscribing and be sure to ring that notification bell. Now, all the pieces and the accessories were wrapped in plastic inside the box. However, there was no solid styrofoam packing or anything like that to protect it. So be sure to check yours out when you bring it home from the store. Now you'll notice when I take the string attachment out that this is going to be a straight weed eater. There's no bent shaft or anything like that. And this is also a universal attachment, as you can see. And this will fit on many other attachment capable weed eater brands. Now I'm not going to make you sit and watch me take every single thing out of the box and unwrap it. So now let's take a look at how to put it together. Now here's the heart of the system. This is your motor head. And of course, here's your universal attachment you get with it. This is the weed eater head. It is bump and feed, and it has 0.95 line, and there are 2 lines, not just one, like some of the older weed eaters. Now, this is the guard for the weed head. You get an adjustable handle, a load strap, your 40-volt battery, and your smart charger. You get a manual for the weed eater, you get one for the battery, and you get one for the charger, and also you get a quick startup guide. So now let's attach the guard to the head, and all you need here is a Phillips screwdriver. Now notice in the head itself, the screws are already pre-mounted, and these will not fall out. So first we want to dock the recess in the back of the guard with the mounting bracket. Okay, here we go. Now all the screws should be standing up. This hand start them first. Make sure they all start. There we go. All we have to do is run them in. Now if you don't get these good and tight, they will probably loosen in the future with vibration. There we go. There's your guard. Now notice this right here. This is an adjustment for your path. Notice you've got 2 screws here. If you want a wider path, you can unloosen these screws, turn the blade around, put them back in, tighten them, and of course then you get a 16-inch path, which gives you more capacity. This is set at 14-inch. Now what's the difference? Well, they say at 14-inch, but you get longer run time, which is pretty critical with batteries. And this is just wrapped with masking tape. So I'm going to take a knife and just cut it off. Now my handle came pre-assembled, so I'm going to need to take my Phillips screwdriver and separate this. You could use a cordless drill with one of those extra long Phillips bits here. It would be a lot faster. And that took some time. Now you see there's a bracket on the bottom. This is metal, and there's 2 nuts welded into the bottom, so you have to match up with those. So it fits on the bottom like this. Okay. And I'm going to set that where I can see daylight through the holes. Now I'm going to put this in. Try to hold that in place. Okay, I feel the screw come through there. So we get this bolt to come through. All we have to do is tighten it now. Oh, you know what? And let's make sure it's in the up position. And of course, if this setting is not satisfactory, you can move it up or down the shaft. Okay, there we go. Now this is the strap attachment right here. Push in. There we go. Now that's attached. So now let's put it together. Now this is your universal attachment. It's designed to fit many universal attachments from other machines. Matter of fact, I have my Ryobi stuff that fits on this one. So you notice there's a hole here. Now notice there's a raised place right here in front of the hole, and that's where we want to put our spring-loaded button. Now when it gets here, I'm just going to push it in and let it go in until it snaps into place. And we just turn this. Now you're ready. Now you'll notice here with this one, there's only one hole. So your attachment has only one position that can go in. I was disappointed that there weren't several mounting holes like my gas weed eater, but the extra holes probably aren't necessary since you can turn an electric weed eater upside down to edge. Notice right here, this is a speed control. There's speed 1 and speed 2. No load speed is 6,000 RPMs max. Now, this is your on-off switch. You have to push both together, as on many weed eaters. And now you're ready to weed eat. One other thing I need to mention is that when you're weed eating, to feed more line out of the spool, with the weed eater running, you just tap it on the ground, like so. All we have to do is slide this into the slot. Our battery is installed. If you want to take the battery off, you push the gray button and off it comes. Now here's a cool feature about this battery system. There's a button on the back of the battery, and all you have to do is push that button and look. See the lights light up? 4 lights lit. That means I've got a full charge. So if I were to push it and there was only 1 light lit, I'd know that I was almost out of juice. And this works whether it's mounted on the machine or not. So here's the charger, and the battery, again, just like on the back of the motor, this just slides right on, just like that. And you'll notice the green light comes on, meaning it's charged. Let me take this off where I can see the buttons. Now you'll notice these icons here. You see there's 2 green icons, 2 red icons. So a fully charged battery, as we know, will have a solid green light. A flashing green light means that it's down and it needs charging. A solid red light would mean that the battery's too hot and we need to take it off the charger and let it cool down 30 minutes or so and retry. Now the bad one is the flashing red. If it's flashing red, it's telling you that you probably have a defective battery. If you get this message, take your battery off the charger, unplug the charger, wait a few minutes, plug it back in, and then retry again. If you're still getting this message after you do that a couple of times, I think you can assume that your battery's bad. If you need to, you can use these slots on the back to hang this from the wall. Now when this bump head runs out of line, you don't even have to take it apart to restring it. So let me show you how it's done. The bump head will take about 12 feet of 0.95 line. Now if you're about 6 foot, that's the length of your arms outstretched twice. The first step is to turn the bump head and line up the 2 arrows. Now depress the bump head button and insert the line on the hole on one side and push it in, and it should come out the other side. Grab the 2 ends of line in your fingers, even them up and hold them firmly, and just pull till the line is equal length on each side. Now push in, turn clockwise, and repeat over and over again until you finally have the line all retracted into the spool. And of course, be sure to leave enough to weed eat with. Now if you wish to disassemble the spool, that's no problem. There's a tab at the bottom on each side of the spool. You just depress those and the spool will pop right off. And everything inside can be removed. I'm used to my old 20-volt Black & Decker weed eater, which while it was light and easy to handle, it just didn't have anything like the power of this one. Man, it cuts like a gas weed eater, very aggressive. it made short work of this standing St. Augustine grass. Now, St. Augustine is thicker and harder to cut than Bermuda, but it didn't even slow the Greenworks down. And this is just on the slower speed number 1. After completing all the regular weed eating, I switched over to my old Ryobi edger attachment. This was the acid test for me. I assumed that maybe the edger might really bog the motor down, but that didn't happen. Still on speed 1, and it did a great job of edging. I also thought that this might consume a lot more battery power, but that doesn't seem to be the case. The only unusual thing that happens, when you bump the concrete with the blade, it'll stop for a second and then start right back up. Probably some sort of motor protection thing. Now, if you don't have a dedicated edging attachment, you can simply turn the weed eater upside down like so, and voila, your string head becomes an edger. And it does a great job at this. Now notice when you do this that your handle is upside down, so you can only hold on to the edge of it. And you can't easily turn it because it's bolted on the weed eater. And this is my one pet peeve about this weed eater. It couldn't have cost them that much more for them to have given you an adjustable handle like this one so that you could quickly turn it to the other side of the weed eater for better comfort and control. Okay, I'm finally done. And I've got 1/4 acre here. Got a lot to weed eat, got a lot to edge. And I was really thinking I would probably need to buy an extra 40-volt battery to go with this one to be able to finish the whole thing. I was surprised. I did the whole thing. Not only that, if you look at the battery indicator, I still have 1 star left. So I'm pretty satisfied. So let's finish up in here. A lot cooler and a lot quieter. So now to sum things up. Now my job today was more to inform you, show you how to unbox it, how to assemble it, set it up, that sort of thing. Not so much a review. I don't feel qualified to do that because I haven't tried the Ego, I haven't tried the Echo and some of the other upscale brands, which may or may not be much better than this one. Who knows? But I do like it. From my perspective, I think it's a keeper. It's 40 volts. I can only imagine what a 56 or 60 or an 80 volt would be like. And they sell those if you've got enough money to buy one. But this one did the job for me, and I'm happy with it. So that's going to wrap it up for the day. Be sure to send me your questions and your comments, and I will get back to you. So until next time, thanks for watching.